Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this after the debate episode of of the Dan Dawson Show. So basically, what I learned from the debates last night and watching my Facebook is you got a lot of emotional people that are going to vote emotionally. Here's why I say that. What I saw streaming through my Facebook timeline last night was Trump's racist and blah 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 blah, and I hate him and we have to get rid of him. And so when I would challenge them, I actually challenged one person to name one policy he's enacted while he's been president that was racist. If anything, it's been the exact opposite. When I bring up that he fully funded HBCUs, historically black colleges, right? Colleges and universities. When I bring up that he actually overrode Joe Biden's crime bill, 1994 crime bill, and started helping black men and women get out of jail for small crimes that honestly they shouldn't still be in jail for. If you want to look at that crime bill, it's the three strikes thing, and when I brought up that he's responsible for the lowest black unemployment in history, it was still the same thing. Well, he's racist. I'm like, tell me how. Tell me how. Because I can show you in his own words where Biden said he didn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle, where he called young black men animals. Right? No better than animals is what he said. I can show you where Kamala Harris intentionally targeted black men with her prosecution efforts. Not only targeted, but hid evidence that she knew would clear them. Intentionally. To me, that's kind of criminal. She should be in jail. Maybe Trump would get that done in his second term. When I bring up to him the reason I'm not voting liberal is because I live in a liberal state. So I know the high taxes, the high gas taxes, the high property taxes, the high sales taxes. Uh, some people are paying $800-900 every year to register a car. So I see the effects of these things. Now, I don't disagree with Democrats on everything. I do like their support of unions, and I like their social programs. Here's what people aren't getting. You can't shut down the economy and keep these social programs going. If you look at our own social services department here in Washington, they're making amazing cuts. And not amazing in a good way, amazing in a shocking way. Because the tax revenue isn't there because you've been running big business out of the state forever. See, you can't do that. You got to have a middle ground approach. But yeah, from what I got from the debates, it was all super emotional. That's all people were saying. Trump's racist. And I'm like, show me how in his policies. Like, it doesn't matter. He's just racist and he has to go. And I feel strongly about it. See, you can't argue with emotional people. You know, if you've been in a relationship and something happens and the other person is super emotional, you know, like I know, it doesn't pay to engage them at that point. Wait till they calm down. Isn't that always what we say? Even in the field I used to work in, that was our thing, is if a patient is super emotional, you wait to engage them when their brain has gotten rid of that emotion. And so many people have Trump derangement syndrome, they can't see the truth. They can't see the truth. Also, it's not lost on me that when Chris Wallace asked Trump to denounce white supremacist organizations, Trump should have just said, white supremacy is wrong. But instead he asked which groups. And Chris Wallace said the Proud Boys. Here's the only problem. The Proud Boys battlefield commander, or protest commander, is a Cuban guy. I don't think white supremacists would be taking orders from a Cuban guy, and they take his orders. When he says something, it's done. I've seen it. You know, if anybody had done a half a second of research, they would understand the Proud Boys are not a white supremacist organization. They were, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be, one, following the lead of a Cuban guy and have blacks and Hispanics inside their organization. I think they got a rule against that. So now if Trump had said, hey, the Klan is wrong, hey, he would have been right on it. But it's not wasted on me that Chris Wallace didn't ask Joe Biden to denounce Black Lives Matter. Because see, now the Proud Boys are the news. But who's been burning down these cities for the last 4 months? It's not the Proud Boys. If you could show me one place where the Proud Boys went in and destroyed even a piece of property, then message it to me. But see, they can't because it's all emotional. Proud Boys are white supremacists, but you have no evidence to support that. See, what the Democrats are doing is brilliant. Brilliant. I'll give them this. They know their audience. They know their audience is super emotional. They know their audience is not going to go look anything up. They know their audience doesn't care about facts. They don't care about the actual policy. They care about the feel-good part of it. AOC does it all the time. Notice when she's directly talking to the black community, she does this, how do I put it? Southern preacher slow talk. Like when she was talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We know Trump is not going to honor the last wishes of a dead woman. Hell, sometimes I think she's going to pass out a collection plate. And if you notice, that's what they all do. Kamala Harris does it. Remember when Hillary Clinton went on The Breakfast Club? She did it. I guarantee she does not carry a bottle of hot sauce in her purse. Got news for your world. Nobody carries a bottle of hot sauce in their purse because hot sauce sometimes leaks and then everything in your purse is destroyed. Duh. Nobody does that. It's just crazy. But that's what I got, a bunch of emotional response and really no real facts to back up anything they're saying, which is a dangerous place to be when you're in the world of politics. Unless you're the one running for office, because if you tap those emotions, you're going to get votes, a lot of votes. I see it now. Nobody can give me a salient point. Nobody can give me a policy. Hell, they can't even give me a policy they agree with Joe Biden on because Joe Biden has no policy. He's running off emotions like the rest of the party. Could they actually bring up his policy, like the Green New Deal, getting rapists and attempted murderers out of jail through their little rider funding thing? Him and Kamala Harris, by the way. If they actually bring up the policy, taking away your guns, abolishing the police, freeing criminals. Right now, Washington State is getting ready to free 1/3 of its prison population here in the next few months. Think about that. It's already very strict on their I'm not even calling them gun control laws, their gun taking laws. And if that's what you want coming to your state, go ahead and vote for it. But remember, you voted for it. You voted for it. So don't be mad at me when somebody's breaking in your house at 2 a.m, raping your wife and daughter and killing you because you don't have anything to protect yourself with, and they belong in jail, but there's no police to put them there, and your liberal AG is not going to keep them there. So that's totally on the American public. So to me, the choice is clear. Matter of fact, I'll put it like this. If Trump was running on Biden's policies, I'd be voting for Biden. But there it is. Let me know what you think if you watched the debates last night. Number one, there was too much arguing and talking over. And I noticed Chris Wallace almost never stopped Biden from just talking. Except for one time I do remember. Clearly. But so, that's just my opinion on the debates. Thank you for watching this episode of The Dan Dawson Show. I hope today brings you blessings and prosperity. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do.